Ryan.
I got a question. I got a question for Jeff.
Yeah.
So it's been all nice questions, all how talented the Notre Dame is and everything. I have a question. Does it bother you now that Notre Dame no longer plays Michigan, no longer plays USC, or straight up, do you just say, I don't give a shit about those. I want to win a national championship. Whatever the path to that is what I want.
No, I would still like to see them play those teams because I don't think either one of them would beat them. So I would love to see those rivalries happen again. I forget when the last time Michigan and Notre Dame played, but I think over the last several years, Notre Dame would have won majority of those games. I think USC was afraid to come back. USC hasn't won in South Bend since, what was it, 2011, I think. It's been 15 years since USC won in South Bend.
They haven't beat you in the last 5 years.
No.
Either stadium.
No. But, did not win since 2011 against your big rival, at their place is insane to me. And that's the reason that USC and Notre Dame don't play anymore is USC didn't want to come to South Bend in November and play anymore. They wanted to play the first couple weeks of the season. And Notre Dame's like, well, we already have games scheduled there. We can't just change our whole schedule because you don't want to travel. We're going to play 2 months earlier than we normally do. So USC, yeah, I love that matchup. I love that rivalry. The Michigan one, I actually don't care as much about, but the USC one, I'd still love to see that. But I guess to answer your question, Ryan, I don't give a shit as long as we win national championship. I'll play whoever, some no-name team in order to win it.
Crosstown rival Holy Cross, or
yeah, line them up, bring it on. Just get the top 12 in the country and make a run.
I respect that answer. It does bother me a little bit that Notre Dame tells USC anytime, anywhere, and then USC goes, okay, early in the year we have a conference schedule we play in, and then Notre Dame just goes, well, no, not then, not that anytime, anywhere. Like when we're scheduled is what we meant anytime, anywhere. It's like you can't say anytime, anywhere, and then just back out like that. I get the USC was the one that pulled out.
And they put I think it's 2030 or 2031. They're going to be back playing again. So it's just a few years break here. I think they just announced that last week that they figured it back out. But yeah, it's that rivalry.
It's to open the season though. So USC kind of bullied Notre Dame into what they wanted.
Yep.
It's the old cuck. Yeah.
Nothing bothers me more than that either. I hate when they announce games like 4 or 5 years away, or like sometimes they do it like 8 years away. You're like, oh, Alabama and Ohio State are scheduled for 2036. That's fucking awesome.
Yeah, it is stupid.
No, I hear you.
But we can, that may be a good segue into the Cignetti comments last week. And then I do want to make sure we get into the defense because that's really, I think, the special side of the ball for Notre Dame. And we do need to cover the defense, but we can mix in a little schedule talk here between the offense and defensive side of the ball. But Jeff, what did you make of Cignetti canceling the series and then kind of saying, well, if you guys want to play, let's play 2 at our place and 1 at yours?
I mean, I thought that was the dumbest comment in the world. Like, who the hell? Sure, you won a national championship, but who the hell do you think you really are? You're the losingest football program in college football. You struck lightning in a bottle last year, and now you think you're Nick Saban, in Alabama. And it blows my mind that he's got that attitude. I think he'd be terrified to have Notre Dame on the schedule for multiple years. I mean, you look at Indiana's non-conference games over the next several years, they're a joke. And what they're scheduled.
It's pathetic.
It's absolutely pathetic. So I think that guy's all talk.
Well, you can't say he's all talk off a 16-0 national championship season. I mean,
1 year.
He delivered.
You got 1 year, though. Like, if he does this for
No, Casey, Notre Dame fans can say anytime, anywhere. They can say all talk. They can use the phrases however they want.
He's all talk. He's lucky we decided to opt out of the playoff last year, and we would be the national champions.
I think they would have won it last year.
No, I hear you. I mean, you can't. I think 2 things can be true at once. I don't think Cignetti's all talk. Like, he backed it up. He put together one of the most incredible seasons that we've ever seen in college football last year because it was within the context of being at Indiana, the all-time losingest program there is. So, if you can go there and win like that guy did, he's not all talk, but he is a world-class coward when it comes to creating a out-of-conference schedule. He has not put he's gone out of his way to cancel like any meaningful game that's on the out-of-conference schedule. So both things can be true. He's not all talk, but he is a world-class coward at scheduling games, right? Is there any
No, I would agree with that. I think.
Well,
go ahead, Ron.
he also says like he's logical about it because he says there's no benefit to schedule it, which he's like, look at Texas last year, and I look it up. Like Texas scheduled Ohio State, they missed the playoff because of it. So there really is no benefit currently to scheduling that. So he is correct in that aspect. Look at Michigan 3 years ago. Look at Ohio State 2 years ago. Look at Indiana. 3 straight national champions that didn't play anyone out of conference.
That's a good point. And I think when you look at the whole thing, money talks, right? Like it's one of those things where they look at these schedules. There's no reason for us to play these huge out of conference games, especially because it's a home and home. And, if you got to go like Texas, for example, going to Ohio State last year, that could have easily derailed their season had they lost that game. And then obviously at the same time, they ended up doing it. But like I look at Ohio State right now, I would not want to go to Texas to start off the year, especially when I've got Oregon and Indiana on my in-conference schedule. So like there's little nuances to Ryan's point where it feels like some of these things don't make a whole lot of sense from inside the building. And that's where it gets a little tricky, because if you do schedule these games, sure, it's must-see TV, there's money involved, it's a big deal. But I'd rather have a cupcake win and know that, all I got to do is take care of business in my conference to get to the playoff.
Well, look, I mean, I've got the future schedules pulled up for Notre Dame. I mean, they've got a home and home with Texas. They've got a home and home with Alabama, home and home with Auburn. USC is back on the schedule in 2030. The ACC gives them Clemson, Florida State, Miami, Virginia Tech. I mean, they got Florida, Michigan in 2033, 2034. Like, I think Notre Dame is trying to schedule teams, but the problem is now, like with the way roster turnover goes every single offseason, like you don't know if Auburn's going to be any good in 3 years. Like who knows? They could be the bottom of the SEC at that point, and that's a shit
it's like
game,
they're scheduling Wisconsin this year.
Yeah,
right. Them was scheduling Wisconsin and Michigan State. That was done 8-9 years ago when both those teams were actually competing for Big Ten championships.
Well, Notre Dame, we give them shit about their schedule. I mean, listen, it has worked out to where it's been dog shit for last year or two. But at the same time, you're exactly right, Jeff. Like these negotiations are happening 6 years in advance, and it's a new ball game with the NIL. Like these are teams that you have no clue who's going to be the head coach, what the program's going to look like, who the players are. Obviously, you schedule that stuff out too. And it's like, well, we're banking on that they're just going to keep recruiting at a high level and get people in the portal because these kids are going to be out of here. So it is, in their defense, I will say, Notre Dame has done a decent job on that front. It backfired the last couple of years, having mostly, ironically, an ACC schedule. But, it's one of those things where I think ultimately, like, there needs to be some tweaking, and I think that just goes into the NIL bucketed conversation at the same time.
Well, I think going back to your guys' point too, like it terrifies me as a college football fan to think that these other schools are going to do what Indiana's doing and just have a weak non-conference in the first couple of weeks of the college football season that we're all excited for is going to come around, and it's going to be like, oh, there's not a legit top 25 matchup here. I think that'd be the worst thing that could happen to college football.
Yeah.
And the moral of the story is Marcus Freeman is not a coward. I think we've established that.
Not at all.
Football guy. Lives, eats, breathes, shits football. Curt Cignetti, I think the whole Google me thing maybe blew his head up a little bit. I think he's riding on cloud nine. He did the impossible. He beat a Carson Beck led team, whoop-de-fucking-do. Darian Mensah wins that game by 25. But, at the end of the day, I get it. You did it. You might as well peacock. I mean, go
Marsh,
for it.
what would help beef up Notre Dame's schedule is if anyone from your league would recruit
gym
guys that could walk and chew gum at the same time.
Hey.
Besides
Bex,
you and SMU. And
Who is your toughest game outside Notre Dame?
Clemson at Clemson.
they have like 5 or 6 losses. SMU was probably better
I was
than
going
them.
to say, we don't play SMU or Louisville this year. I'll drink to that.
But I think that's part of it too. Like Notre Dame's getting so much attention on their schedule, especially like they do every year. But this year it's even more because, and I think you can't even blame it, but it's because of what Freeman's built this program into. If they weren't a top 5 team, nobody would care as much about their schedule. But these schedules were all set 5, 6, 7 years ago. And then Notre Dame built into a top 5 team. Now everyone's just picking it apart left and right. So I think it's a little unfair in that regard.